Welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. My people, we don't come back again with another Ogbonge update. Right now, we want to talk about trending things in Nigeria. What is happening right now will shock you. We not hear say the former head of state, Yakubu Gowon, is being pursued by BIAFRA ancestors. Una know those people now when they say bye during the civil war and how they manipulate lies against the Igbo people. And that civil war happened. Till now, Gowon have refused to speak the truth. Babangida have relieved himself by telling the world what they did. But Gowon is still blaming Ojukwu every now and then. But what is happening right now? Biafra ancestors, according to this news, is now after Gowon. Anywhere when he go, he won't talk. And even as he dey talk, he dey shake. Abeg, make una see, make una understand, say, God is God. You know they feel they smarter than God. If this man carry this heavy burden go like this, when he don't go thy kingdom come, he will regret am because he no go near heaven gate. Make una see wetin he dey do for national TV. This is really scaring. I'll be right back.
Or something is troubling Gowon. Seriously. Every now and then, recently, Gowon is granting interview to mainstream media. Why is he doing so? And every time he's granting interview, he will be talking about, I did not send them to go and kill the Igbos. I did not send them. I gave code of operation. Who is troubling this man, for God's sake? This man, when he talks facially, you see that this man is talking with disappointment. He's talking with regret. His facial expression looks like someone who is troubled emotionally, psychologically. The man is not okay in his old age, and I don't think he's supposed to be like that. I don't really know, but he should stop granting interview. Gowon should stop granting interview, because his explanation is not going to change the fact that he was the one who orchestrated the death of both sides during the Biafra war, Nigerian Biafra war. There is no doubt he was the one that went to war. So his explanation is not going to change anything. Now, there is this just 4 minutes clip I want us to analyze why he explained what he's explaining. Take a look.
Let me just say, and the question of the millions of people that we say between, right from the beginning, if I may, made sure that it is not a war against the Igbos as such, but it is in order to stop the breaking up of Nigeria. Right. Yes, and so what I did, I get a code of conduct. How if I do the operations was to go, etc. And you are not fighting the people. Make sure that we protect them, or people protect the women, and children, and you will only take up arms against those who take up arms against you. And honestly, and with the instruction that anything that was done against the population that is not correct would be dealt with, and it is that was done, and it is not millions of people. Now, we tried even to send leaflets of people to be sure that honestly it is not fight against them, but we had to stop the government that we leading.
Gowon is old. His explanation is not important. The history has been written. The history is already there. Explanation cannot change anything. I am understanding this man that yes, he knows that his time is arriving. He's appointed unto man that at a time he will leave this world. This man is just trying to explain so that when he died, people will not say that he is the one that committed genocide and so on and so forth. That is the aim of all this preservation. But it doesn't worth it. Sometimes if I'm watching this man in his interview, I look sad because he's stressing himself. Someone should just tell him to stop all these things now. He should stop.
Union, what we have. And, and even, even they should not, for me to talk, that of course, when you know the names that I was called at that time, they also were from the Vandal, the whatever it is, there was no name that I was.
It was called propaganda of war.
Okay, accepted. We used to say, please don't don't move, don't run away. But of course, they used to tell their people they should run away from those vandals, from those horrible leadership that is going to treat them. And that is how a lot of people lost their lives. And then when we try to say the question of feeding, feeding the people, for example, we used to allow aid to come, but we say let it come to Nigeria and let it be inspected by international people, so that there is no question of weapon the Christ might do. And but the other side refuses. So what can you do? We also arrange for the food to be able to be taken in by Lord and etc. That of course, the other side will jibble. You say no because of other work. Nigeria is going to poison the food. Whether we are afraid of weapons being in there, but of Nigeria will be poisoning the food, and so they will say no to but and in the end, really a lot of people, it is not from the people killed by gunshots,
Right.
but all the palm trees that I saw when I went to that part of the country, and I saw all those black spots on trees, palm trees, etc. And I was wondering what sort of disease is this on those trees. And someone said, no, those are bullet marks. So most of the bullets were more on the on those trees.
Not on people.
Not on people.
We are talking about getting to 40, 50 years, if I'm not mistaken, that this war happened. And Gowon is still explaining. What it shows to me, what I figure out in all this situation is that he knew what he did and his conscience is judging him. That is what I find out. He knew what he did and his conscience is judging him. How would you go to war because of secession? No. See, this man is old and I don't want to say anything offensive against him anymore. But how would you say that you went to war because of secession? So you've got to kill people to make the entity to be one. And the result is what? What is the result? After killing so many people, he said they inflated the figure. He said a lot of things. He even said some palm kernel. So many trees died. And he was asking them, do they poison the tree? They say it is the bullets that made the trees to die. So those things could be chemical weapons that make people to dry up. A lot of things that we don't want to talk about now. But you see, my stand on all this interview Gowon is granting is that it's enough. It can never change the narrative. It can never change the story. So maybe he was thinking after all the whole interview, people will now realize that, Gowon did not do this, Gowon did not do that. Sometimes in life, nature is like that. It has been. So there is nothing he's going to change. He should be able to bear it. Should be able to, swallow it up.
Gowon should begin to talk everything that happened in that civil war, that Biafra war. He should start telling the world what happened. All these things when they do, not going to help him. Because what is happening right now shows this man not get peace. he does not have peace anymore. I don't know why he's just granting this interview about Biafra, 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 Biafra. And this started after Babangida, reviewed what he reviewed. Since then, Gowon have not rested. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.